Well, hello there, hope you're having a glorious day wherever you may be. It's an absolutely fantastic day here, which is why I'm out filming some bits for a video which is not released yet, with my Lumix gear of course, and I've got two new Lumix bits. One of them, this lens right here, and one of them, the microphone over there, which you can hear me speaking on right now. And I love the idea of this microphone in that you don't need to use cables, you don't need to charge it up, you just plonk it on the hot shoe and it's ready to go. Well, the big thing is that it has 32-bit float too. Basically what that means is that it'll take air pressure levels up to 120 dB without distortion. Essentially what that means is that in most reasonable situations you can recover the audio even if it's too quiet or too loud, which is handy if you're filming yourself and you can't monitor the audio all the time. Potentially great for creators. The new 40mm f2 lens is something that was really needed. Now, I think the S9 is one of the most severely underrated cameras around today. You can get them for some stupidly low prices. The only problem I have with the S9 is that there's just not too many lenses that have the style and size to fit it, until now, with this 14mm lens. What I have been using on my S9 are Sigma lenses that I bought with the BF. I've since sold the BF because I couldn't take the punishment anymore. Kept the lenses because they look great on the S9, but this 14mm seems perfectly suited for the S9. Great size, looks good, comes in silver or black, and it focuses down to 30 centimeters. Sometimes though, it feels like it takes a little bit longer than I would have expected to change focus. Looks fine there. Of course, now when I'm filming it, it's performing absolutely flawlessly, but just now, a couple of times, maybe a few times, it just didn't seem to focus. But it does have an ND64 in it, so quite a dark filter. Dark filter and with the subject a little less bright than the foliage in the background. Although when trying it at home without the ND filter, the focus performed reasonably fine. Although in wide area AF there was one moment where it took a bit longer to focus. Although it's got to be said that the 35mm f1.8 had a moment too. In one area AF, no problem at all. The focus breathing seems relatively low. For stills I think the focus speed is good, although I haven't had a chance to try out on anything faster moving than this. The image quality is great though, plenty sharp, even wide open. Low distortion, low chromatic aberration. There's a touch of flaring, but I kind of like the fact that it has rainbow coloured flares. Bokeh, however, is somewhat average. The centre bits look better than the ones on the periphery, which start to take on more pronounced edges to the bokeh balls. Overall though, I think this is a great little lens, and if you prefer primes over zooms, this is the lens you should be getting with the S9. It's a great carry everywhere, all-rounder of a lens. So will I buy this lens? Probably. What about the mic? Well, I really like the mic. I like the 32-bit float. It's a useful mic to have. And I think it sounds decent enough. I mean, a big part of the appeal is that it's versatile in that it has different pickup patterns. It can be useful for picking up your voice when you're vlogging, but then you can switch it, and you can do that during recording as well, to a wider pickup pattern to record some ambient sounds in stereo. So at the moment I've got the Panasonic Lumix DMW DMS1 mounted on the camera, and this is what it sounds like. And now I'm going to switch it to the Rode Video Mic NTG. And now this is the Rode Video Mic NTG. I wouldn't be surprised if this sounds a bit richer for the voices, because, well, this is designed for one purpose, for picking up stuff along here, not for your ambient sounds and other stuff. It's just that at the minute I've only got the S9 and S5 IIX. This S1 II is a loaner just to test out this mic, and while it might work on the S5 IIX, I won't be able to benefit from the 32-bit float and the backup recording. And the backup recording is really useful because in one of the backup modes you can choose to have the backup audio as omnidirectional, which is great if you're vlogging, because usually you're vlogging and it's picking up the sounds from here. But if you want to do that, usually your voice would sound like this, but with that omnidirectional backup audio, it'll sound like this. So yes, with my current gear, I can't benefit from the best features of this mic, but maybe it's time to upgrade. Or maybe almost time to upgrade.